Hello, hello. What's good, guys? Julie here, coming at you from downtown Johannesburg. Woo! I spent the past few days here in Joburg, staying at once in Joburg Hotel, Hostel. I'll be putting a review and more pictures on my blog, so check that out over here. Yeah, we've been celebrating all things South African and all things Pan-African in the run-up to AfroPan Joburg, which starts today. So anyway, without this rambling, I'm gonna do my hair into some Bantu knots. Hopefully it don't take that long. And we're gonna talk through the best and worst travel moments 2017. Let's do this. Step number one, coconut oil. I really don't do much with my hair. So really I just coconut oil and then I part and I start twisting into Bantu knots. It's not gonna be a tutorial, you're just gonna watch me do my hair and listen to me talk about 2017, which was a trip. It was kind of crazy. It was really like a year of growth and just like completely uncharted territory for me. I graduated from university, I moved to a new city temporarily, but like I was a resident of Cape Town for a while. It was hard, it was very hard. It was like the brokest time of my whole life as well, but somehow the most fun, so that's good. So let's get into it. Best, if you were Facebook friends with me or in my WhatsApp contact list or anything like that, within my reach, in January, you will have known that I was in a competition to win a press trip to Kerala, India, called the Kerala Blog Express. It's the fourth one that they had done, and what they do is a blogger just leaves their links, and then there's a voting process, and then in the end it's a combination of voting and the Kerala Tourism Board to choose 30 bloggers to fly over to India and just make content for like 10 days. So I did that, and I was chosen as the first Kenyan in all the 4 years of that, and like one of two Africans. It was me and one South African dude who were part of this cohort of Kerala Blog Express, and it was amazing. They were very cool about because I didn't have many votes. I was probably like on the second or third page in like the leaderboard. So I was like, gosh, I don't know, like there's some people with huge followings who obviously have more votes than me, but it was really like an amazing thing that they seem to like go with work and quality over votes necessarily. I'm not saying that people with many votes had bad work, but yeah, it was nice to be recognized for quality work, even though my following is not huge yet. Got my visa and everything, first Indian visa. Guy at the Indian embassy was like so nice, who was like taking in my documents, and he saw the letter from Kerala Tourism. He was like, wow, okay, what's your blog? I'm gonna open it right now. And he opened it right then, and he was like, wow, you've achieved so much at a young age, that's so cool. He was so sweet, he was so nice. Got my visa, no problem. And yeah, I got into Kerala Blog Express. Worst, despite getting into the Kerala Blog Express as one of the 30 selected bloggers to go and make content for 10 days, all expenses paid, I did not end up going, because even though it was all expenses paid, we had a few weeks notice to gather up the visa and everything like that. The problem was I was super broke. The deal was, and they had stipulated this in the like terms and conditions or whatever, even before entering the competition, that the deal was that you had to pay your own airfare and then that they would reimburse you. I could not afford that airfare. It came out to, by the time that my visa was done and I knew that I was definitely chosen and going, and not just on the short list, it was maybe 2 or 3 weeks until I had to report to Cochin, which is I think like the capital of the state of Kerala. Those flights were like $1,000 or something, which I didn't have. And I tried, sometimes I feel like, I look back and I'm like, I could have tried more. I could have like sold my computer or something, because they were gonna refund me and I could always buy it back. I don't know why I didn't think of that. It still eats me until today, and that was like March. But yeah, in the end I couldn't afford the flight. Maybe even if I said it earlier, you know, they would have helped me out and just been like, okay, for you, because you're like a kid, a student, then we'll pay for you up front. But yeah, I couldn't go because I couldn't afford the plane ticket there, which is, man. I'll let it go eventually, but like now and then it still just like eats at me. So That was the first worst of the year. Best, moving to Cape Town. I probably have written about this and I vlogged. I attempted Veda, video every day in April during my graduation, and just afterwards I think I made it to like 5 days. But I definitely mentioned and have made content in Cape Town before. I visited about 4 or 5 times and I always enjoyed it, so I thought why not? Like after graduation I have much more physical freedom, geographical freedom, and I'm just gonna check it out for a few months, and it was really cool. It's beautiful, it's a lovely city, it's really fun. After being in like one of South Africa's smallest cities, it was nice to be in one of the big major centers. It was really good for modeling work and networking as far as travel. It's really good for content because of just how beautiful it is and how much there is to do. And just the people, like I met amazing people who were both traveling and Cape Townians or adopted Cape Townians like me. Yeah, I can't say enough to be like what moving to Cape Town has been. So definitely a highlight of the year. Worst, on the same vein of Kerala and not being able to afford the ticket, it's just money in general. It's my first year out of full-time study, and so my first year really putting energy into like this blog and YouTube channel, and also like different streams of income because I've had more time now. And I've talked about it in ways I make money to travel, which actually have worked out a little bit. It's just like, it's not yet in my first year of freelance writing, doing all sorts of different, also modeling and stuff. It's been very inconsistent income, as is in these sorts of creative pursuits, especially when you're a freelancer. And it's been a bit tough to manage. Like I'm already not that good at managing my money, and when you don't really have like a regular income stream and you don't necessarily know, like maybe you get like a really good job but you don't know when the next one is, so you don't know like whether to spend this or to save it, and you don't know for how long. It's been really tough to navigate that, also in like a fairly expensive city like Cape Town. So yeah, I won't call it a worst because I'm learning and I'm getting better and I'm getting more work as time goes on, and of course like becoming better at the work that I do. But definitely money has not been my best friend 2017. Another best, I also mentioned this in Ways to Move Abroad, my first video about that. I will be uploading a part 2, so stay tuned, subscribe if you want to check that out. But the way that I have been able to, or one of the things that have made it a lot easier to survive in Cape Town and to thrive and shit is workaways or work stays in hostels. So I did this in 3 different hostels, one for 2 months, running their social media, or really more of their Instagram, and the second one running their blog and social media as well, and the third one as what's called a CEO or Chief Entertainment Officer, and that was just planning and running activities for the guests of the hostel. So myself and some other interns, volunteers, whatever would volunteer, do this in exchange for accommodation. So I had a free place to stay majority of the time I was in Cape Town. So that was awesome, free place, but that's not even like the best thing really. It's been the people that I've met, whether it's guests traveling or the teams that I've been working with, particularly the last place, have really become like family. And yeah, it's really been cool to just be surrounded by like-minded people, all different ages, from all kinds of countries and all kinds of different backgrounds. Everybody's got a different story. It might be people on holiday, it might be people who were like, last week I sold all my shit and then I left Denmark and now I'm here. And those are just like, these are people's lives that that they shared with me and with other people, and it's been really cool also when they move on from Cape Town or from South Africa to kind of like live vicariously through them, and vice versa. And yeah, it's been really cool. People are cool. Worst, again, the hostels have been a double-edged sword because as much as I've met amazing people, number one, most of the time I was sharing accommodation. It's not like having an apartment or totally having your own space, which I would have loved to do. That was my initial plan, to work for the first hostel for 2 months and save and get my own place in Cape Town. And then in the end, I just was like, you know what, yeah, with this like inconsistent income, number one, that I'm getting, and also with the prices in Cape Town, I would rather just like save this money, to be honest. So I kept going, but you know, it's not your own space, it's shared. Most of the time I shared a room with the other volunteers. In one place, they actually just stuck me in guest accommodation, which was lovely. but I did move around a lot, and you know, you can't really like camp out and like put your stuff where you want it to be because you won't be there for long. My longest stay was 3 months, which is not long, so that's shitty. But even worse than that, it has been like saying goodbye to people who have been like my family, or just like my friends, my regular friends. People do pass through hostels, and that's a normal thing. But now and then you really connect with somebody who becomes a good friend. I connect with other people in other ways too. And then they just leave. So that's been really like, it's been really funny to be a transient already and then meet up with other like transient people. And then, yeah, but the other good thing about that is you're almost just as likely to like meet them somewhere else in the world, you know what I mean? So those are some good people to know as well. So either way. Best, I think this is probably my #1 experience of the whole year, was traveling to Lesotho for the first time, which was my country number 11, but that's not even the thing. It was beautiful. It was an amazing festival that we went to, Afri-Ski Winterfest. I made a vlog of the road trip there. We drove 18 hours Cape Town to Maloti Mountains, and then I made a vlog of the festival itself. I learned to snowboard. I was in snow for the first time. Yeah, it was just amazing. I love Lesotho and I always knew I would. It's gorgeous, it's otherworldly, and yeah, and like, you know, a highlight of that festival, if you catch the vlog over here, is the snow chant. On the last day of the festival, I wrote about this too on my blog, on the last day of Afri-Ski Winterfest, the locals and some of the staff of the resort came around and like did a burning of the skis type of ceremony to close off the festival, and did like a snow dance, like a snow chant. And it really started fucking snowing after they finished for the first time the whole weekend. I lost my mind. I was out here like sending voice notes to my family, sounding like a mad woman, like, oh my god. It's really snowing. It was high altitude too, so I couldn't really speak or like breathe. And it was just really magical. It was just, yeah, the theme of Lesotho. And that, my friends, I think is it for the top and bottom experiences of 2017. I wanted to keep it short and sweet, you know. If you want to read more or like check out more of my best pictures of the year, then you can check out my blog. I'll link the post in the description and also in the first pinned comment. So check it out. Comment below your best and worst moments, whether it was travel related or not. Hopes for 2018, whatever. I'm gonna finish my hair now and head to Afrobank. Of course, I'll be covering that. So stick around, subscribe if you haven't already for videos. I'll be posting tons of pictures when I have a proper phone. I broke my phone, oh my god, another worst. I fell at a festival and totally busted my phone. So for 2 weeks now, and probably until I get back home to Nairobi tomorrow, I'm not gonna have a phone to Instagram with. I have to rely on calls and SMSs like it's the 90s. Very vintage. But yeah, I will be posting all my content. I'll write about my experiences and everything. So check out my blog, subscribe to my email list. I'll link all of that below. And just live your best life, you know what I'm saying? Right. Stay golden. Bye.